You alright there? You, I don't know. Wanna, like, play the game, or you just gonna leave me sit here, or... okay. I'll just, wait here. And we're back!
I was gonna say with my hand clipping through my jacket.
Yeah.
Not in his pocket.
That's actually one of the biggest criticisms from Aaron. They're playing through Sonic Adventure DX. And they're just Knuckles standing animation. He's clipping through himself.
It's really funny. It's funny, and I'm also disappointed because I really wanted to play that game on our show. Because I bought a Dreamcast. I actually bought a lot of like old, slightly obscure consoles, like a Sega CD and
oh God, that's right.
Yeah, and a Sega Saturn, and I also bought a Dreamcast because it was super cheap, and I wanted to get Sonic. What was the original called? Just
Sonic Adventure.
Sonic Adventure. I wanted to get it, and Sonic DX is basically the same thing, just for the GameCube.
Yeah. Well, they had to because nobody bought the Dreamcast.
Yeah. So, but like I liked that game quite a bit actually. But yeah.
Oh, damn it!
Whoa, those teleport you to the underground?
Me to this thing, and it's stupid. And,
So when you get back up, do you start back all the way where you could have fallen down?
No.
Oh, okay. That's good. That would have been awful. And we would have wasted a lot of people's time.
That would have been great game design.
Great game design. So I'm really excited because...
There, we've given a character to your Uber game design character. Anytime you're like, no, I don't know if that's good design. That is it.
Oh, no, dude. If we're going to make a character for, like, super game design snob, it's got to be, like, as hipster as possible. And I mean,
so
I'm already pretty hipster. Yeah, I could, like, plug my nose and be like... Well,
guys,
actually...
if you look at the psychology...
I think I would know what good game design is.
If you guys dig into our archives, you'll find Fable, which had both Jen, Chris, and our good friend Ben, who was on there for...
If I haven't set that to unlisted, I might have set that to unlisted.
Really?
Well, consider... Like, okay, so there's a bunch of episodes that we've cataloged as Season 1, and I might just straight up remove that from the channel anyway, because they're bad. It was back when we were using a face cam. We didn't have good microphones. I was recording with fraps, I think. There was just a lot of stuff that was just really poorly done. Funny enough, we tended to get a lot of views on those videos, like, for what they were back then, which was actually kind of surprising. And Ben, my old roommate, used to be on that show too. And Ben's an amazing person, and he's a psychologist right now, he's in school to be a psychologist for children, I believe.
Oh, child psychology, that's right.
Yeah, and Ben's just an awesome person. He's got a lot of really interesting...
I missed.
Well, just get better at the game. But Ben's a smart guy. He's got a lot of like random facts, and he's funny. Even if he's as hipster as you could get with his handlebar mustache.
I'm going to sneak up to him when he's sleeping, and I will destroy that
I love it, man. I love his mustache.
His mustache.
The best was when he got a girlfriend that was very like, how would you describe her? Like punk rocker.
Oh yeah.
Like kind of gothy.
And she loves wrestling.
Oh,
we could talk about wrestling.
And Ben started putting his hair in a mohawk, but like not a normal sized mohawk. I mean like giant.
Yeah, this thing. He was basically growing his hair out and cutting the sides down.
Which was funny because at some point while Ben and I were living together, we started looking exactly the same, minus a handlebar mustache.
Oh.
But my developer beard got long enough at one point where I could curl my mustache, and I was like, hey, look, Ben, I'm like you.
Yeah. Guys, look. I'm Ben Cullen. I'm Ben. But psychology says...
Cereballis!
We were playing Boss Monster for anybody who plays.
Oh, everyone already heard you talk about this in Cheeto Blade.
Good.
If you haven't watched Bushido Blade, that was a lot of fun.
So you guys hated him. I thought it was hilarious.
Okay. There's like a rule with jokes, right? That like it stops being funny. It isn't funny until a certain point. It stops being funny after a certain point until you hit another point. But there are some things that don't ever get funny again. And that was one of those things where it was like, that's funny, Ben. And then he kept doing it over and over again. And I was like, God damn it, Ben. I am never playing Boss Monster with you ever again. Speaking of which, we have Boss Monster 2.
Oh, I love it.
We haven't. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited because Nathan and I played a game of Swords and Strongholds, which is another game developed by Luke Crane, the Burning Wheel guy.
Yeah.
And he and David Peterson made a board game called Swords and Strongholds that was based off of the Mouse Guard universe. And we played it, and we're going to put it up on the show at some point.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It'll be our first, camera-based...
Oh.
Yeah, you'll actually get to see our faces,
Ew.
and I know, it was very weird.
I apologize ahead of time. You're going to see their gross faces.
Yeah, I apologize too. But it was actually a really fun game, and I'm really excited that that's the first board game that we've played on the show. So,
Cool.
with that in mind, I want to play more. And Boss Monster 2 and the original Boss Monster are just conveniently sitting on my shelf over there, so we can play that sometime. Maybe we'll even invite Benjamin.
Oh.
To be Cerebellus.
I will only play that game if he plays Cerebellus.
All right, well, you can talk to him then.
Why do I have to
Can
talk
you
to him?
schedule this?
That scheduling with that man is impossible. We both know this.
That's what grad school does to you. That's what adult life does to you. That's what having two full-time jobs does to you. That's what being Cujo does to you.
Yeah, I have that effect on people. I just want to get this blue orb. I promise I will do it.
You've gotten quite a bit of blue orbs at this point, yeah?
Pretty much. Come on. That's awesome with Dante is you can switch weapons mid-combo.
Oh, really? I actually was wondering about that, because I saw you showing off the combos, but I didn't see any, like, on-game indication that you did change combos other than, like, you know, a different way he was standing.
If you look in the bottom corners, anytime he switches... Okay, fuck it. I don't care.
You were so
I don't
close.
care.
You're so
no,
close.
I wasn't. The second it gets to S, it is very difficult to get to double S.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there isn't, like... Well, okay, there has to be some, like, just, like, perfect formula to getting the SSS rank.
I'm sure there is. Ooh, new enemy type? What's happening?
Or a boss battle.
Or are we just showcasing the fall of the... What the fuck is happening?
Oh!
Okay.
That
How
looks like a
about-
boss to me, or a very scary new... Oh, no, that's just a new enemy.
New enemy. Is he laughing?
Yeah,
That game audio is still stupid.
yeah,
Sorry.
there were no subtitles, so I just assumed that was a gesture.
Great. Oh, great.
Holy shit.
Yeah. What? Oh, I hate you already.
Lightning monster.
I hate him.
Wow.
Clipping.
Hopefully not. Nope, we're good. We're good.
Cool.
I had a moment of validation the other day where I was watching Indie Game the movie again because I fucking love that movie. And anytime I want to feel re-inspired for being an independent developer, I watch that movie. And I watched the what would you call it? Like the producer commentary, like the people that actually made the film. They had commentary throughout the film. And I watched it, and at the end, they talked about what kind of equipment they used. And the equipment was actually not altogether too different from the equipment we use for our various channels.
Really?
We have a better microphone than they do. And they had an amazing camera, but it wasn't like one of those giant, like, cameras that you see in traditional film shootings. It was just like a Canon SLR with video capability, and it was like a $3,000 camera, but it was still an SLR, and I was like, fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
I felt good, because that's what we use for Arcane Duels, is we just use a digital SLR that records video, and we just have a bitchin' awesome microphone, but that's all we can afford, because we don't make any money from the show.
I hate the sound of me.
Or rather, that's all I could afford, because,
Yeah.
I'm the one that started this whole shebang anyway. But yeah, no, it was really validating to hear what kind of equipment they used, and to see just how professional of a job and how amazing that movie is. It looks like it could have been made with just top quality equipment all around.
Nice.
So I was like, yeah, that it's redeeming, because it's like, maybe I'm not doing such an awful job with the equipment that we have.
No, I'd say we're doing pretty well.
I mean, I love this microphone.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you think we're doing well.
I mean, that would actually be really nice.
You should do that, guys.
I don't actually know how much liking or disliking a video does or affects YouTube videos, but
That's good.
well, I assume that. So the most important thing in YouTube analytics is number of minutes watched, hands down. But I get the feeling if you had two videos with the same amount of minutes watched, and one had more thumbs up and the other one had more thumbs down, it would be more likely to showcase the one with more thumbs up. I think that's how specific of a difference it is. I don't think it's a huge pull, but I think it's enough. And I mean, every time I watch a video, anytime I watch the Game Grumps, I'm going to thumbs up them, because I'm like, yeah, I want to support them. I think they're doing an awesome job, and, fuck yeah. So...
and, fuck yeah.
And, fuck yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess the best way to help support a YouTube channel would just straight up share their videos.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because that's
the best thing to do.
That's the hardest way of getting out there, is just to get noticed.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate thing about modern day search engines and social networking and social marketing is that you have to spend money in order to get noticed.
Yeah.
And even I've actually dabbled in Facebook's marketing system and put some money into it, and it's not even that great. We reach a lot of people, but we actually get very few views. And, I post in our page and I post in our Twitter whenever we post a video, but it's no one wants to really follow the page if all we're posting is videos. So it's hard to find that balance of hey, here's some funny stuff of what we're doing, or here's just a message to everyone, or and here's a video. We hope you watch it and enjoy it. But when other people share it, that's where the magic happens. That's when people are oh, well, if so-and-so likes this, then maybe I'll like this too, and I'll watch it, and I'll give it a shot. And, if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to like it. But if you do, then awesome. That's that much more reason to keep watching more, or to check in every now and then.
I think that's actually how I came upon Game Grumps.
That's how I came across Game Grumps.
I was randomly searching because I was watching Tobuscus at the time, who, by the way, miss you, buddy. I really hope he uploads some more stuff, because he's fun. But I was just watching Tobuscus, and I was like, man, watching funny commentary for games is actually really fun. I wonder if there's anybody else who does that. And I remember seeing Game Grumps, and this was back when JonTron was a part of the show. And I remember watching an episode, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that's cool, but whatever.
Which was pretty much my same reaction. I was at school at the time when Game Grumps first started their show, and I watched an episode or two, and I was like, these guys seem like assholes. I don't really care. I actually found out that I liked JonTron later when I watched his show. I just didn't like him on Game Grumps.
Yeah. I think that actually happened with a lot of people, but... and then I don't know what happened, but I eventually just sort of decided to sit and watch, I think it was maybe Wind Waker or something, where it was Danny, and I was peeing my pants. It was so funny, and that was when I got hooked. I still can't stop watching Grumps because they're hilarious.
Oh yeah, I think you or Nick showed me a best of Game Grumps compilation, and I was laughing so hard. I think it was
3D World. Super Mario 3D
Super
World.
Mario 3D World, and I thought that was the funniest shit. And I was like, maybe I should give the Game Grumps another chance. And now I've watched everything from the Danny era and everything that they released. I can't stop. But anyway, that's all for this episode.
Hey, you guys should go check out Game Grumps because
I'm sure anyone that's watched our show already knows about Game Grumps.
Okay.
But I mean, hell, if you haven't, then you should. They're really funny. Like, we're not very funny. We're funny sometimes.
Ouch.
Well, I'm not very funny.
Cool.
You're funny.
Hey. No, it's fine. It's too late to apologize.
I tried to talk about things that people can learn a little bit from. One of the best comments we ever got was I might have talked about this before, but someone was watching our Majora's Mask playthrough and said, "Hey, this is awesome! Like, I can watch this and almost study for my game design degree." And I was like,
yeah, you did mention that.
This is the absolute best thing I could have ever heard. This made my entire month.
This is best.
This is best.
Best is this. I don't know where I'm going.
So, I mean, that's my goal. Like, I want people to enjoy watching these, but I also hope that people get a better understanding of game design, maybe learn a thing or two about games, maybe even learn a technical thing about games or two. I've actually had some people requesting us talking a little bit more about the technical elements of games.
Really?
Which is a little bit harder to get into because we don't have the means of really showing you other than what the game allows us to show you. And I'm not a programmer either, so sometimes it's a little hard to get super in-depth. Ooh. Wow, look at that. But anyway, we'll try getting a little technical sometimes. Whenever I can, I will. That's my promise.
Well, my promise is that I will be here when he does, but I don't know how technical I can be.
You see, it's funny, Cujo, because we'll talk about this later.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later.
Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the archives.
Okay, bye.
Bye. You've almost been on this game design journey with the channel, Cujo. Like, you've learned a lot about game design.
It's true.
And to the point where now you are saying things and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, you're right.